In countless Catholic homes, a bottle of holy water rests quietly, a silent sentinel of faith. Yet, are you truly harnessing its divine potential? Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope, elected in 2025, issues a stirring call to action. Many believers, through oversight or habit, fail to unlock the transformative power of this sacred sacramental. Drawing from his decades as a missionary in Peru's rugged villages, Leo XIV's insights could reshape your spiritual landscape, turning your home into a radiant fortress of grace. Have you sensed it? An unexplained tension weaving through your rooms, persistent challenges that defy explanation, or restless nights haunted by unease. These whispers of disquiet may signal a spiritual protection not fully realized. Holy water, far more than a ritual object, is a potent channel of God's grace, blessed to shield, heal, and banish negativity from your life and home. Yet, its power lies dormant if misused or neglected, like a sword left sheathed in the face of battle. Today, we unveil 5 critical mistakes Catholics make with holy water, as revealed by Leo XIV, whose pastoral heart guided countless souls from Chicago's streets to Andean hamlets. These errors, often subtle, hinder the full flow of divine blessings. More crucially, we'll share the correct practices to awaken holy water's potential, culminating in a profound revelation that Leo XIV witnessed in families who embraced these steps, miracles of peace, healing, and renewal. If his wisdom ignites your faith, write in the comments, "Protect my home, Pope Leo XIV." This simple act opens your heart to the sacred journey ahead. Stay until the end, for the final insight holds the key to a cascade of grace that could transform your life. In Catholic homes around the world, you'll find bottles of holy water. Some receive it with devotion from church, others keep it in a special container, and many place it near the entrance door. It's a beautiful tradition that connects us to our faith. But there's something Pope Leo XIV observed that should concern all of us. He noticed that most people treat holy water as a passive symbol rather than the active spiritual tool it was meant to be. It's like having a powerful medicine, but never taking it, or owning a shield, but never raising it against danger. Holy water has been blessed by a priest who, through the authority given by the Church, has invoked God's protection and blessing upon it. This isn't just tradition, it's a real channel of grace that has been recognized by saints and spiritual authorities throughout the centuries. Pope Leo XIV, who bore the stigmata of Christ and was known for his profound spiritual gifts, had a special understanding of the invisible realities that surround us. He could see what most of us cannot, the spiritual battles taking place around our homes and families every day. And he emphasized repeatedly the importance of holy water as a defense against these unseen challenges. Holy water is a powerful sacramental with effects that most believers never fully experience. Pope Leo XIV would tell those who came to him for spiritual guidance. He was deeply concerned by how many faithful Catholics had holy water in their homes, but were still experiencing spiritual vulnerability. The signs of this vulnerability are often subtle but persistent. Arguments that seem to come from nowhere, a feeling of heaviness in certain rooms of your house, difficulty praying, unexplained restlessness at night, or a general sense that something isn't quite right in your home. You might be wondering why, despite your faith and prayers, these difficulties continue. According to Pope Leo XIV, the answer might be simpler than you think. It could be that you're not using the spiritual tools the Church has provided in the way they were intended to be used. This isn't about superstition or magical thinking. It's about understanding and properly using the spiritual gifts that have been passed down through our faith tradition. Holy water, when used with faith and understanding, becomes a powerful channel for God's protection and blessing. Let me share with you the 5 critical mistakes Pope Leo XIV identified regarding holy water use and how correcting them could transform your spiritual protection. These insights aren't widely taught, but they come from a saint who had extraordinary spiritual vision and insight. Are you ready to discover what Pope Leo XIV knew about holy water that most Catholics never learn? Let's begin with the first and most fundamental mistake. Mistake 1. Rarely using holy water. The first critical mistake that Pope Leo XIV identified is simply having holy water in your home, but rarely using it. Many people get holy water from church, bring it home with good intentions, and then it sits untouched for months or even years, only to be used during moments of crisis or fear. This approach misses the profound spiritual protection that regular use provides. Pope Leo XIV taught that holy water isn't meant to be an emergency resource. It should be integrated into our daily spiritual practice. He compared it to daily prayer. We don't just pray when we're in trouble, we maintain a consistent prayer life to build our relationship with God. Holy water should touch your home and family daily. Pope Leo XIV would counsel its power, builds a protective barrier that strengthens with consistent use. He explained that regular use of holy water creates a spiritually charged environment that becomes increasingly resistant to negative influences. The correct approach, according to Pope Leo XIV's teaching, is to use holy water every morning and evening. In the morning, bless yourself and your family members before leaving home. In the evening, sprinkle a small amount in the main areas of your house, especially bedrooms before sleep. This doesn't require a large amount of water. Just a few drops used with faith and intention are sufficient. The key is consistency and reverence, recognizing that this simple act connects your physical space with spiritual blessing. Let me share with you a remarkable example of transformation I witnessed personally. A family I know had been experiencing unusual tension and arguments that seemed to arise from nowhere. Despite being devoted Catholics, they had holy water that sat unused in their kitchen cabinet. When they began the practice of blessing their home every evening, something remarkable happened. Within just 2 weeks, the atmosphere in their home noticeably shifted. The arguments decreased, sleep improved, and they described a tangible sense of peace that hadn't been present before. The mother told me, "It feels like our home can breathe again." This isn't merely psychological. Pope Leo XIV explained that holy water actually cleanses the spiritual atmosphere of a home, much like opening windows refreshes the air. Its effects are real and cumulative when used properly. Now that you understand the importance of daily use, let's move on to the second crucial mistake that prevents many people from experiencing the full power of holy water. Mistake 2. Using holy water without intention or prayer. The second critical mistake Pope Leo XIV observed is using holy water without proper intention or prayer. Many people sprinkle holy water hastily, almost mechanically, without focusing their faith or accompanying the action with prayer. This reduces its spiritual effectiveness significantly. Holy water is not a magical substance that works automatically. It's a sacramental whose power flows through our faith and the blessing of the Church. Pope Leo XIV emphasized that intention transforms a simple action into a powerful spiritual practice. When we use holy water mindfully, with faith and prayer, we activate its full spiritual potential. The power of holy water is multiplied when it's accompanied by sincere prayer. Pope Leo XIV would teach, it's not about the quantity of water, but the quality of faith behind its use. He explained that holy water becomes a conduit for divine protection when we consciously invite God's presence through it. The correct approach is to accompany each use of holy water with a short but intentional prayer. Before sprinkling holy water in your home or blessing yourself, pause for a moment of recollection. You might pray the Our Father, the Hail Mary, or a simple invocation to Saint Michael the Archangel. A powerful prayer that Pope Leo XIV recommended is this: Lord, may this holy water be a sign of your protection and love in this home. Through it, cleanse this place of all negativity and fill it with your peace. Amen. The key is to make this connection between physical action and spiritual intention. As you sprinkle the water, visualize God's blessings spreading through your home. As you make the sign of the cross with holy water, feel the protective presence of God surrounding you. This mindful approach makes all the difference between a routine ritual and a transformative spiritual practice. When holy water is used with conscious intention and prayer, you'll begin to notice subtle but significant changes in your spiritual environment, a greater sense of peace, protection, and divine presence. Starting today, make a commitment to not only use holy water regularly, but to use it prayerfully. Take those few extra seconds to center yourself, speak a prayer from your heart, and trust in the spiritual power that flows through this blessed sacramental. Now, before we continue to the third critical mistake, I want to share something important with you that can help deepen your spiritual practice even further. Mistake 3, failing to protect entryways. The third critical mistake, Pope Leo XIV identified as failing to protect the entryways of your home. According to Pope Leo XIV, the doorways and windows of our homes are spiritually significant. They are the points through which both blessings and negativity can enter our personal space. Many people use holy water occasionally inside their homes, but neglect these crucial boundaries. Pope Leo XIV taught that these entry points need special attention and regular blessing with holy water to create a spiritual barrier of protection. The threshold of your home is a spiritual boundary, Pope Leo XIV would explain. When blessed regularly with holy water, it becomes a filter that welcomes positive influences while deterring negative ones. He compared it to having a security system for your spiritual home. This teaching reflects ancient spiritual wisdom recognized across many traditions, that entryways are symbolically and spiritually significant. In the Catholic tradition, blessing the doorways with holy water creates a sanctified space that is distinctly set apart. The correct approach, according to Pope Leo XIV, is to bless all main entryways to your home at least once a week. Take a small amount of holy water on your fingertips and trace a small cross on each doorframe while saying a prayer of protection. Pay particular attention to the main entrance door, as it's the primary pathway into your living space. A simple yet powerful prayer for this purpose is, Lord, through this holy water, I ask that only peace, love, and blessing may enter this home. Through the intercession of Pope Leo XIV, protect this entryway from all harm and negativity. Amen. For added protection, Pope Leo XIV suggested keeping a small holy water font near your main entrance door. This serves as both a practical reminder to bless yourself when entering and leaving, and as a continuous point of blessing for your home. When you implement this practice consistently, you create what Pope Leo XIV called a sanctified boundary around your living space. Many who follow this teaching report a noticeable difference in the atmosphere of their homes, a feeling of lightness, peace, and protection that emanates from the entryways and permeates the entire home. This blessing of entryways is not a one-time action, but an ongoing spiritual practice. Just as we regularly lock our physical doors for security, the regular blessing of doorways with holy water provides continuing spiritual protection for everyone who enters your home. Now let's move on to the fourth mistake that Pope Leo XIV warned about, one that affects a particularly vulnerable time in our daily lives. Mistake 4, sanctifying your sleep with holy water. In the tender embrace of night, when the world quiets and your soul seeks solace, your bed should be a sanctuary of peace. Yet, Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope, elected in 2025, warns of a critical oversight, neglecting to bless your bed with holy water. This fourth mistake, he taught, leaves your place of rest vulnerable, exposing you to spiritual disturbances that disrupt the sacred stillness of sleep. From his years ministering in Peru's humble villages, Leo XIV understood the night's spiritual weight, a time when lowered defenses invite unseen influences, insomnia, nightmares, or a haunting unease. Your bed, where a third of your life unfolds, deserves divine protection, Leo XIV counseled, his voice echoing the compassion of a shepherd guiding weary souls. He saw restless nights and troubled dreams dissolve through a simple, sacred act, sprinkling a few drops of holy water on your pillow and bed each evening. This ritual, he taught, weaves a spiritual shield, transforming your resting place into a haven cradled by God's grace. No elaborate ceremony is needed, just the sign of the cross, a few drops, and a heartfelt prayer. Lord, through this holy water, bless my rest tonight. Send your angels to guard me, granting peaceful sleep to refresh my body and soul. In your holy name, shield me from all disturbances. Amen. Leo XIV's wisdom, born from guiding families through Peru's candlelit chapels, shines in a story of transformation. A woman, tormented by chronic insomnia for years, had exhausted medications and therapies, her nights fractured by anxiety. Learning of Leo XIV's teaching, she began blessing her bed nightly with holy water, her heart anchored in faith. Within a week, a miracle unfolded. Sleep came swiftly, deep and restorative, untainted by fear. I awakened truly rested, she marveled, as if light has filled the shadows of my nights. Her bedroom, once heavy, became a sanctuary, proof of holy water's quiet power. This practice, Leo XIV emphasized, is a balm for those plagued by troubling dreams, sleep paralysis, or a bedroom's oppressive air. Holy water creates what he called a sanctuary of rest, a sacred space where angels stand watch, ensuring tranquility. Its power grows with consistency, not reserved for crises, but woven into your nightly rhythm, as natural as evening prayers or brushing your teeth. Each drop, offered with reverence, fortifies your sleep, enveloping you in divine peace. Begin tonight and let your bed become a cradle of grace, where rest renews both body and soul under God's tender gaze. Mistake 5. Failing to protect the vulnerable. The fifth critical mistake Pope Leo XIV identified is failing to protect the most vulnerable in your household, particularly children. Many parents pray for their children, but overlook the powerful protection that blessing them with holy water can provide. Children, according to Pope Leo XIV, are spiritually more sensitive and receptive than adults. Their spiritual boundaries are still developing, which makes them both more aware of spiritual realities and potentially more vulnerable to negative influences. This is why Pope Leo XIV placed special emphasis on using holy water to bless and protect children. Children perceive the spiritual world more readily than adults, Pope Leo XIV would explain. They need the special protection that holy water provides. He taught that blessing children regularly helps maintain their natural spiritual sensitivity while providing divine protection. The correct approach is simple yet profound. Each evening, place a small drop of holy water on your finger and make the sign of the cross on your child's forehead while saying a brief blessing. This can become a beautiful bedtime ritual that provides both spiritual protection and a moment of connection. A gentle prayer, Pope Leo XIV suggested is, "May God bless you and keep you safe. May this holy water protect you from all harm and grant you peaceful rest. Through the angels and saints, may God watch over you this night. Amen." This practice isn't limited to young children. It's appropriate for family members of all ages. Spouses can bless each other. Adult children can bless elderly parents, and friends can offer this blessing to one another when appropriate. The key is to do it with genuine love and faith. What makes this practice especially powerful is its consistency. Rather than waiting for times of crisis or fear, regular blessing with holy water creates what Pope Leo XIV called a mantle of protection that grows stronger over time. This spiritual shield becomes a foundation for the child's well-being and development. This blessing of children and family members addresses something Pope Leo XIV observed repeatedly: that many spiritual and emotional difficulties could be prevented through simple, consistent spiritual practices in the home. The blessing with holy water is one of the most accessible and powerful of these practices. Begin tonight by blessing each member of your household before sleep. Notice how this simple act creates a moment of peace and connection, while also establishing a spiritual protection that extends through the night. Over time, you may observe subtle but significant changes in the well-being and peace of your loved ones. Now we come to the most profound teaching that Pope Leo XIV shared about holy water, a spiritual insight that few fully understand, but that holds the key to experiencing its transformative power in your life. Pope Leo XIV revealed that holy water is not merely protective, it is actively transformative. When used correctly with the 5 practices we've discussed, holy water becomes a conduit for actual miracles and divine intervention in your daily life. Holy water, Pope Leo XIV would tell his spiritual children, is a vessel of God's grace that can transform not only your spiritual environment, but also your physical circumstances. He explained that most believers never witness this transformative power because they use holy water sporadically or incompletely. The revelation is this: holy water, when used consistently with faith and proper intention, creates what Pope Leo XIV called a cascade of grace that flows through every aspect of your life. This isn't just about protection from negative influences, it's about actively inviting divine blessing, healing, and provision into your circumstances. Pope Leo XIV observed that families who used holy water correctly experienced not only spiritual benefits, but also tangible improvements in their health, relationships, and even material well-being. The regular, faithful use of holy water opens channels for God's grace to flow more abundantly into every area of life. This happens because proper use of holy water is not just a standalone ritual, it's an expression of faith that aligns us more fully with God's will and opens us to receive His blessings. Each time you use holy water with intention and prayer, you're effectively saying yes to God's presence and action in your life. When all 5 practices we've discussed are integrated into your daily routine, regular use throughout the day, mindful prayer when using it, blessing of entryways, protection of your place of rest, and blessing of family members, you create what Pope Leo XIV called a complete circuit of grace in your home and life. This complete approach is what distinguishes casual users of holy water from those who experience its full transformative power. It's the difference between occasional spiritual protection and living within a continuous flow of divine blessing. The signs that this transformation is occurring include greater peace in your home, improved sleep and physical well-being, stronger family relationships, protection from accidents and misfortunes, and an increased awareness of God's presence in your daily life. Pope Leo XIV would often counsel people who came to him with seemingly insurmountable problems to begin this complete practice with holy water before anything else. Many returned to him amazed at how situations that had been stuck for years suddenly began to resolve once they implemented this practice faithfully. This isn't about magic or superstition. It's about partnering with the spiritual tools the Church has provided in the way they were intended to be used. When we do so with sincere faith, we open ourselves to the fullness of grace that God desires to pour into our lives. Are you ready to experience this transformation in your own life and home? The choice to begin this practice today could mark a turning point in your spiritual journey and the well-being of your entire household. Today, we've uncovered the 5 essential teachings from Pope Leo XIV about the proper use of holy water, wisdom that has remained hidden to many faithful Catholics. These aren't complex rituals, but simple, powerful practices that can transform your spiritual protection and invite God's blessing into every aspect of your life. We've learned that holy water should be used daily, not just in times of crisis, that each use should be accompanied by mindful prayer and intention, that the entryways of our homes need regular blessing for complete protection, that our beds and sleeping areas should be sanctified for peaceful rest, and that the most vulnerable members of our families deserve special blessing with holy water. Above all, we've discovered Pope Leo XIV's profound revelation that holy water, when used correctly and consistently, creates a continuous flow of grace that transforms not just our spiritual environment, but our entire lives. Imagine your home becoming a sanctuary of peace, your sleep becoming deeply restorative, your family relationships growing stronger, and challenges that once seemed insurmountable beginning to resolve. This is the potential that Pope Leo XIV saw in the proper use of holy water, not as a magical solution, but as a powerful channel of God's grace when used with faith. Pope Leo XIV's words remind us, holy water is more powerful than you believe. Use it with faith, and you will see miracles in your life. Now that you know both the common mistakes and the correct way to use holy water, the decision is in your hands. If you have holy water in your home, begin today to use it with purpose and faith. Don't leave it forgotten in a bottle. It's one of the most powerful tools God has given us for protection and peace. If you don't have holy water at home, visit your parish church soon to obtain some and begin implementing these practices right away. Start today by blessing your home, your family, and yourself with holy water. Share this message with your loved ones because many Catholics are missing the opportunity to receive the true power of holy water in their lives. If Pope Leo XIV's teachings have touched your heart today, write in the comments, "Thank you, Pope Leo XIV, for this wisdom." Your comment helps spread this message to others who may need these teachings. Remember to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights that can transform your faith journey. By supporting this channel, you help us continue sharing these precious teachings with people around the world. May Pope Leo XIV intercede for you and help you live under God's protection. May the proper use of holy water bring new blessings, protection, and peace to your home and family, and may you begin to experience the miracles that flow from this simple yet profound spiritual practice. Thank you for joining me today. May God bless you abundantly.